Good morning. Welcome to Faith in the Morning. Something good is going to happen to you today, so expect miracles. Welcome to Faith in the Morning once again. Thank you for starting your day with me. So whether you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, or just checking us out on Faith Plus, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to start your day with faith and encouragement. That's why Faith in the Morning exists. So let's jump right into it. John 10:27. This is where we left off yesterday. John 10:27. Jesus says, "My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." One of the things that's under attack so often is that, God doesn't really speak today. Cool, you can talk to God, you can pray, but they say, oh, you're crazy if God talks back. Now, some people have made it look crazy because of how they acted and the things they've done, but that is more of the exception, not the rule. God still talks today. He still talks to people today. And the thing is, you can hear him. Many people, the majority of people have heard God's voice, but they don't know that's God's voice. They don't understand the way God leads them. They think that if God leads them, there's going to have to be some voice from heaven that has to ring audible in their ears, and angels have to show up and the clouds have to turn purple. No, that is not the normal way God leads us. Jesus promised you in John 10:27 that you can hear his voice. So for you to say that you cannot, you are saying that Jesus lied right here. And I love you, but I believe Jesus. If he said you know his voice, then I say you know his voice. If he said you could hear his voice, then I say you can hear his voice. Why? If you belong to him, he is your shepherd. He is your good shepherd. He's leading you to a place of no lack. He's leading you to where you experience rest. He's leading you beside still waters. He's restoring your soul. And one of the way he accomplishes that and so much more is the way he leads you and how he talks to you, how he speaks to you. But what happens, a lot of people interrupt themselves from hearing from God. And they tune out hearing from God. God is talking to them, but they're covering their ears. God is speaking to them, so I just can't hear God. God doesn't talk to me. No, he's talking to you. You just got to take your hands down. Stop plugging your ears. Those kids go, nah, I can't hear you. Stop that. You say, oh yeah, that's what kids do. But that's what a lot of adults do when it comes to hearing from God. Well, how do they plug their ears to stop hearing from God? One of the ways they do it is they convince themselves they cannot hear from God. They say, oh yeah, pastor can hear from God, but I can't hear from God. But then also, there's some ministers who do that. So, I can hear from God a little bit, but man, that prophet really can hear from God. Then you have some prophets like, yeah, I can hear from God, but that person over there, they can really hear from God. We keep passing the buck and saying, well, who can really hear from God? But Jesus said, if you belong to him, if you're the sheep of his pasture, you know his voice. So one of the things I want you to concentrate and get out of today's Faith in the Morning is, you know God's voice. So say it with me. Say, I know God's voice. God is speaking to me. He is leading me. He is guiding me. I know his voice. And the voice of a stranger, I will not follow. I will follow my good shepherd. He is leading me to a place of no lack, and he is causing me to rest, and he is restoring my soul. I know his voice. I listen to his voice. I yield to his voice. I follow his voice. And I experience all the wonderful benefits of the Lord being my good shepherd. Praise God. Have a great day. Remember, something good is going to happen to you today, so expect miracles. Follow his voice.